지금은 7시 10분이에요. Obviously, I'm tired. I'm so tired I can barely talk. Went to bed at 12:20, I think. I fell asleep instantly, but I went to bed at 12:20. Like, I was so upset with myself for going to bed that late. I didn't know it was already that late. And no, it's not fun. I was watching, I edited a vlog and a half. And I was watching the one where I was sick and I was so slow. I think both of them were just, yeah, both of them were the sick ones when I was sick, and I am so boring, so I'm so sorry. This is sort of how this one started too. I definitely could fake it, but I just don't want to. I'm sorry. I don't want to be fake. I'm so upset. Today I was supposed to be me, sort of awake and obviously with a braid. But obviously it's not with a braid, nor awake. Also, BTS, the moment now that I hear about them, I cringe because I have this, like, I guess, slight obsession with them or something. So a slight dependence, or I don't know, but that's what it feels like. The moment I hear about them, to be honest, like, I get so depressed. One, because I might never meet them, and for some reason they're a group or whatever that I really want to meet, especially Jimin, like I was talking about yesterday. And then two, how do I explain this? I mean, basically it's just, I wish I had their life at one point in my life, but I will never have that life. And it's basically, one, I'm not a guy, but even with girls, that they seem so cohesive together. They seem like that band that truly is a band, truly is a group, truly is a team, not a group. Truly they care for each other and they're in it together, and it makes it work even better because they're there for each other. And also, they're amazing at dancing and they're pushed so hard. They're in such a good shape, and vocally they're so amazing. And I'm gonna start crying. Because, like, I want to be part of something like that. It sounds very crazy to some people, maybe. Practice all day and so long and have such like tiresome hours and practice and be pushed so much, but I feel like they sort of balance it out well. Want that, so it sucks. So I can't, like, more than a few minutes or times, I can't like know anything about them, because it gets me very depressed. Okay, I'm going to go and get a bagel and probably not talk to you after. But yeah, have a good day. Did I press record? I was saying it in a much more monotonous way, so I'm glad it stopped, I guess. I don't know, that was really weird. I think I didn't press record. I don't know what was going on. I don't know. The only thing is, like, with dark spaces, I think, can you tell it's a fake smile? Yeah. So when I get super, super tired, especially like 3 days in a row, more like 5 days in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, this is the 5th day. I was waiting, like, these people were clearly not seeing the red. I get very depressed. I don't think I'm the only one. It's kind of like seasonal mood disorder, but it's tiredness mood disorder, and it's not a disorder. Neither are disorders. They're just like life. I hate when people say disorder for something that's completely common sense, logical, and natural. And that's why I'm so against anxiety and depression classified as a disorder, or as I don't know. Hold on. But yeah, I'm depressed and sad because I'm tired. You know, like, these days I just want to, like, cuddle. These kind of days. I'm going to make it. I need this to go away because it's very unproductive. I don't want to do work. I don't have any positive feelings or ideas, thoughts in my head towards moving forward. That kind of depression, you know, like, I'm just sad, and you know, there's no point in this, or I don't want to edit. There's no point in it. It's crap, like that. So I don't know. Hopefully I can take a nap quick enough to be able to do a lot of work afterwards, but also good enough so I can actually do work afterwards and not be depressed. I'm here, so have a wonderful day. Peace, love, and compassion. 안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 가세요. I noticed yesterday that my fingers are shaped weirdly. doesn't stay straight. It pops like that. Sai dyan, papay pekurin pa. Oh, you're so low. Oh, I have... This is so weird. Is this better? It's a little better, but you're so far away. The framing is strange. Does this look good? Does this look good? Neither looks good. But I'll keep it here since it's my car, and yeah, I'll move closer. Hello. I just came because I'm having a very low moment and I don't know how to express it. I don't know that I want to express it concisely online or to anyone. So I've been sort of doing a couple new things at work. I've been told that I'm going to get trained in inspection, which is weird because it's not that weird. It is a little weird, but it's not that weird. It's basically measuring things, and I think I'm good with measuring, but not right now, not under my current mental state of being stressed and not wanting to be here, not wanting to do this. My coworker who's leaving, who's not talking to me, and I keep thinking about this because I hate this. I personally cannot work or function or feel good about being like this with someone, but I'm not going to make the first move because it's not my move to make. She's the one who has a problem with me, and I always feel like I don't want to bother people, so I'm not going to bother her. If she has a problem with me, she has a problem with me. I'm not going to try to win her over. I try to be myself, be courteous, or if I'm given the chance or someone is curious about me, then yes, but otherwise, if you don't want to like me, you don't have to like me. I'm thinking that she found my dog hair. Thinking maybe she found something on YouTube that I've said in the past, but I can't think of anything, or I've responded to her in some way. It's been kind of like 3 weeks, 4 weeks since she's been like this, but sometimes because other people were in the room, it was less. But now that it's just me and her and two guys that don't really partake in anything, it sort of blew up, or I don't know. It seems like she's so unhappy with her life that she's taking out on me. It's not like I'm happy with my life, so I don't know exactly what happened. I don't know what's going on, but it bothers me a lot. I'm sorry. I know people, if you care, you'll say, don't let it bother you. Just let it go. If you don't care, then I don't think you'd be watching this. It can't not bother me when what I want to do with YouTube, with life, with anything that I do is bringing people together and having them connect, be a team and like each other. So it's hard to just let go when that's exactly the thing I'm trying to change. But obviously I have a lot of ego or pride or something else that's keeping me from doing that, from doing what I preach. This is not really why I came to talk to you or to myself, really. A couple weeks ago, I was depressed, I was tired, I was sad. It comes in waves. I'm picking at my skin that has sea buckthorn oil on it. I get like scaly skin around my ear area and here, but here I wash it every day. I should wash this every day. But it's not the same. I don't know why. I don't know exactly what happens. Anyways, it's already 5 minutes. So the reason I brought her up is because she put some files that she's getting rid of or whatever in my mailbox, and I did not want to deal with them because of her attitude. If you have a problem, especially because her take on why people don't take direction from her, why she can be a manager, why this or that, is that she's a woman. So people don't respect women. And I'm here to tell you that's not really what's happening. If you respected me, if you treated me with respect, with kindness, with compassion, with equality, I wouldn't be resentful towards you. The only reason that I don't want to do anything that you give me to do is because you hurt me. You treat me badly. Don't take the time to know me. And then I'm sure she might say, well, you wouldn't say that to a guy, a man, boss that's male. Yes, I would. To me, that's the most important thing. If you don't give me that, if I don't feel understood, if I don't feel listened to, if I don't feel respected and seen, then I have this, I call it resentment, but resentment usually comes from something But yeah, I have this feeling of I don't want to do this. I don't want to help you. I don't want to help you by doing things for you. Not, I'll help you, I'll do things, but because I'm so tired, I swallowed that for so long, having people step all over me and seeing me below them. I've let that happen, so it's my fault, I know, my responsibility. But it's their responsibility and their fault for doing that to anyone. Regardless, I don't care if you know me or don't know me. I don't care if you're a man, woman, something else, alien. I don't care anything. You need to respect people. I respect people. I respect everyone. And people get so sensitive about things. If she would work on her issues, she wouldn't pass it on to me, is kind of the issue. And then I find it very difficult to accept that pain that she's caused me, help her by doing the stuff that she's giving me to do, which she didn't really give me, she just threw it. With that, I feel it. I feel those energies. I feel those intentions. And maybe people are blind, but I don't think they are. I think they're lying to themselves, but I think every single person feels that way. That's why I think there's misunderstandings, and that's why I think there are issues with women in charge, because they reflect what they are afraid of, or they reflect what their issues are. Put it on you. Check yourself. If you're a woman in charge and you complain that people don't listen to you because you're a woman, do you go into anything with that mindset? Even deep down, you might lie to yourself. Lily Singh says this a lot. We, on the surface even, a lot of times, most of the times, we lie to even ourselves. But if we go deeper and deeper, we realize really that we were just lying and that we have issues. And if we work through those issues, we might not have the problem. So again, this is 10 minutes and I've not gotten to what I wanted to say. That coupled with the inspection thing, feeling like I don't want to be here. And I was watching the guy training me and I feel bad for him because he's just doing his job and he's being nice. I was watching that and I was thinking, should take this opportunity to learn something about engineering, about whatever. I claim that I love learning new things and everything, and I'm curious about everything. But then realistically, I have this resentment for this place. I have this resentment for this job because it's keeping me from doing what I am passionate about, love, born to do. I think the difference between just get a hobby and just change jobs, I think it's the last one, the latter. Not the ladder, but the latter. And it's that thing that since you were born you've been doing in every day, or it's been with you, it's been in the back of your mind somehow. I'm just getting very restless and suffocated. And I hate the fact that if I wasn't living at home, I wouldn't be here, because I can't go in search of what I want and what I'm better at, because my family is not supportive. My family would say, you need health insurance, you need to be realistic, you need this and that, and I don't want to be here right now. Feels like there's so no way out. I don't know if I mentioned that. I didn't even get a chance to audition for the audition that I was getting. So a while back I mentioned that I got a call for an audition, and Monday in class I discovered that someone else got the part, even though they told me they're waiting on some other girls or women or whatever to get back to them with the time. And I don't know if that was a lie, or they could have just said, we actually already found someone else. Or actually, technically, they should have taken the time. If they promised, if they reached out and said, come in for an audition, you better keep with that. Like, that's just, to me, it's a very unprofessional, but who knows? The film world isn't always professional, especially amateur. So that got to me. And then yesterday I saw some photos on Facebook from the thing, and it got to me, you know, it brought it back up. And that's tied to all of this because I keep getting rejected from the jobs that I could do, that I want to do, that will make me feel smart again, that will make me feel capable again, that will make me feel engaged again, that will make me feel like I'm a good worker. I want to work hard, and I do work hard. You know, I'm split between these two worlds, but I work hard just because I don't stop. I get home, and even if I don't get to edit, I do something. Like I really want to run away, but my mom's voice, her disappointment. And then resentment builds. I'm keeping myself through her from possibly being where she wants me to be, which is happy, financially stable and secure, having my own life, meeting people, having finally friends that make sense with me, even that family, who knows? I don't think she understands that, or I don't know if she understands what to do. Eyelashes in my eye. But she's responsible in it as well, and not just her, my whole family, but her, because she means the most to me. You know, if my stepfather said something, if my grandparents said something, that's different. Even if my dad said something, they're all further away. It's just frustrating. And I tell her and she doesn't get it, and I feel bad telling her because she just doesn't get it. She doesn't know what to do. All she wants is to find me a job that has health insurance and has a good income, and she doesn't understand that kills me because it makes me unhappy and I can't do it. I physically just become dumb. And here I am. I think that I have something to offer the world, and here I am so far away from offering it. And it's not just this, it's other stuff too, obviously, that stopped me from being there. And I understand that some people can do it. Some people can work harder than me or longer hours or whatever. But yesterday with my stomach, like, I realized that this is me. I'm trying my best, and it's not good enough for what I want and for what would make me happy, or what would get me out of my health problems. Okay, I'm gonna go because people are coming, I think, and stuff, so. Alright, well, this was really long, but we'll see. Whatever. I haven't really said it all, but whatever. Yeah. Hi, lunchtime, sort of, yeah. I'm going to get, hopefully they have good soup, like simple soup at Heinen's. It must be nice to have it so easy to just apply to jobs because you're in that field. You know what made me really unhappy is my newest coworker doing what I was hoping to be doing for them, which is content writing, content management, website management, design, whatever. And it's so frustrating. Like, hey, you had me and then you're keeping me in a role that I don't fit in. I am not adding value to, if anything, kind of taking away value. I'm just kind of filling a seat and not really being anything. I could have done wonderful things, but no. So it's frustrating, but whatever. I want some like good pasta, not like just pasta, but like pasta with some sort of good salty-ish sauce. I don't have any appetite, but my stomach is hurting in my shoulder, and my breath is bitter. So I know I have to get food. I don't feel like anything, and it's the worst thing to have to eat when you have no appetite. And I decided Whole Foods because it was impossible to get to Heinen's. $24. Salad bar was $9. The salad bar, you know, whatever, the food bar. And then this is, I knew it was $7, and then the cookies were $3. I have one pierogi, I have some mashed potato. Mashed potato should not be weighed. That's just not fair. It's not fair. whatever. I was just thinking like, oh, you know what, it's not too bad. Anyways, I'm kind of excited about my soup. It's broccoli cheddar plus some squash, and I need squash for my pancreas or spleen or something. I also need to use the restroom. And I started drinking magnesium, so day 1 magnesium. I don't know how you call it, but anyways, 3 knifelfuls of in here in this water of magnesium. Easy on the magnesium, but I do think I need it because I take antacids, and that takes away from calcium and magnesium in your body. I feel so stuck again. Okay, have a wonderful day. Hello. We're headed home. So hello, we just left work. I just left work and going to try to not lose my food and stuff. It's Ryan Higa. Surprise, surprise. I've been talking about him for a while. Actually, if I like a guy, I don't call them soulmates. I like him, and separately, I also find him my soulmate. Because I just watched a video of his, how to be positive, and I thought, that's sort of me. Not at all, not completely. I think I exercise empathy more than that video. Why is it telling me to go the other way? But I do have that positivity. The moment that I felt, oh my gosh, soulmate alert. Wow, that was annoying. Ew. No. The moment that I thought something like that, less annoying in my head, was when he said that he's very positive, yet people think he's not. I thought, oh, okay, that's a joke. And it might as well be a joke. My family friends, I guess, they have a podcast together, and it's pretty cool and bold because they talk about some things that are bold as a couple to talk about. You might not want to say to your husband and stuff. I don't know, I think it was today's or this week's. Why are you not coming up? One of the latest episodes on the top 5 in a partner, what attracts you to. I don't know, it was a little confusing. He said something about like bad breath in the morning and other stuff, and she said money, or 3 monies, 1 Jesus, I think. 4 monies and 1 Jesus. I don't agree with either of them, so I made my own list, but I am debating saying it. Feeling better. I'm feeling better. My stomach is actually good-ish. I keep looking at my top 5. I miss my cousin. I woke up today or last night. No, it was last night. I went downstairs or something, or maybe today. I don't remember, but I think it was this morning. Even though we never wake up at the same time. Come on, go. Like, I don't know, I just felt like the house was just so empty without him, and last night it was so empty, and I miss him. I almost texted him like, I miss you. But it's weird. I don't feel we have that relationship, sort of. But I think what I was thinking or feeling was, it seems to me that he sort of turned into the brother I never had. And no offense to my siblings, little siblings, but I'm talking about like older brother or close to my age. He's not. He's 10 years younger. Yeah, exactly 10 years young. Well, plus a few months. Not technically older or around my age, but much more so than my under 15 siblings. I'll get to the top 5 later. So the TED Talk, it was all about how we don't know what causes depression, but there might be a way to prevent depression with this drug, I don't know what that is, drug called Calypso, I think, or something, I don't know. It's right now used as anesthesia sort of thing, but it can be very effective towards preventing stress affecting you with PTSD or depression or something else. So they're talking, but what I wanted to talk about was her comment, we don't know what causes depression. I felt that it's absolutely true. We think we have the answers to such questions, but we don't even begin to scratch the surface. What I thought of when she said that, though, was we will never find out what causes depression if we look at it simply medically, simply with numbers and chemicals. I think that person is going to be disappointed soon. Should I go? Should I stay? Should I go or should I stay? Isn't that a song? So now if I choose option A or whichever, my top 5 qualities, one is he has lived in at least one other culture, not country, although country can be okay, but culture. When you say I've lived in a country, it doesn't mean that you've lived in the culture. You can live in a country and stay in your own culture. You can live in China and be American. Maybe not the best example. I mean, it depends. You can live in Seoul, Korea and still be quite American. There are some things that will get affected by that are not in your comfort zone or culture, like taking public transportation. Maybe in the US you would have never taken that, and so there's things that will affect you. So I guess even that's okay, but I'm saying, like, when I came to the US, I thankfully, and I'm so grateful and thankful to my parents, integrated into the culture here. I did not stay with Romanians. I didn't really know Romanians. In 6th grade, we knew this family. I mean, my parents knew other Romanians, but I'm not fond of their son or his wife at the moment. But anyways, you know those people that you have like a mental list of, you know what, if I ever do succeed, you're not on my happy list. Not that they did anything bad per se, but that's not who I want to be if I'm successful or famous or successful or whatever. I was so grateful. I am grateful and thankful. And back then I sort of didn't really want to hang out with Romanians because I felt like they were just too wrapped up in their Romanianism and, oh, you're in the US, why are you dissing the US? That's just so dumb. That's so stupid. That's so rude. That's so negative. I'm glad that I absorbed myself into this culture, and when I was in England, even though it was a little while, I sort of absorbed in that culture too. That's if I make it to Taiwan or Korea or wherever else, I want to become that part of the culture. If I move to LA, I want to become that part of the culture. That's the exciting, fun part for me. So this is an important one. I know I've spoken so long about this already, but this is an important one because I feel it changes you once you adopt another culture in your DNA, in your genes, in your bone, in your muscles, in your self. To me, it sounds so flat. Like, okay, you're open-minded. I'm not open-minded about I'm not open-minded about a lot of things, but I have this other sense of, I know there's other stuff that exists out there, that kind of open-mindedness. The next one is compassionate. Oh, well, with the first one too, I would hope knowing another language also sort of ties into that. At least one other language. The more different, right? The more different something is from your own culture, the better. So Romania and the US are quite different. They're significantly different. Oh, look at this. So pretty, right? It's so pretty. How does it look in here? Oh, look at you filming that HD niceness. Ah. Knowing another language is another thing that changes your brain. Yeah, languages are super important because they really change your brain and your perception. But culture, I think, is more important. If you don't speak another language, that can be fixed. We can work on that really fast. But culture, you can't really fix that fast. Number 2, I don't know if these are particularly in order, but this is definitely 2 or 1. Being compassionate. Now, being compassionate is not the same thing as being kind or being selfless. Being compassionate is your first idea is to help someone. The opposite of what I was telling you about that family friend and his wife. Even then of helping someone, it's just like it's a core value more than the other things, which are more actions, I think. A dog is in pain. When you see a bird, I want someone who, if we're driving or if he's driving and he sees a bird in the middle of the exit ramp, to stop that car, phone off that bird, take it to the emergency room, vet thing. That's the kind of person I want. You know, that I probably won't get. I don't know. That's being negative. I don't know where that's coming from. It's so interesting because it takes a long time for you to like turn on. Before you turn off because you're overheating again. Good looking. My good looking might not necessarily be your good looking. This just means like I have to like how you look. I don't think anyone can say differently. Like if you don't like how they look, how can you look at them, you know, every day? So that car is still like trying to go around. You have to be good looking. And if you know my crushes, I personally don't think I have a type at all. I think my crushes are most about how people feel. I like how I phrase this because it's one thing to have a passion. I don't care if you're passionate in general. I don't want someone who is satisfied with wasting their life by making their passion a hobby. No, if you're born for it, you better be doing it. And this is why I'm trying really hard to do what I was born to do, because I don't want to be just preachy. I want to practice what I preach, and I wouldn't feel I deserve anyone until I do that, until I get to where I'm meant to be, focus passionately on my job. So I want someone who loves their job. Kind of when you say it, it sounds so unrealistic. Are you really going to do that? Like, he just got in front of me for no reason. Like, he was fine on the other lane until I got in front of him, and then whatever. Yeah, I want you to do what you love and what you were born to do and what you do best, and I want to see that. And actually for that I use Jimin as a reference in my mind. I was trying to think what attracts me so much, so heavy about Jimin, or attracts me about, I don't know how you say it. And it's this, I mean, I say it all the time, it's this focus he has on when he's doing a task. When he's dancing, he's completely absorbed. Absorbed would be an even better word and description. He's completely, utterly absorbed in it. And he also, I feel like when he gives you attention, he's also absorbed in you. He gives you his full attention. That's yeah, maybe that's number 5. Maybe no, I guess it's still number 4, phrased a little differently. Oh my gosh, that's so creepy. That person has like, oh, so that's number 4. I don't have a number 5, so could number 5 be? You're probably going to shut down because you're heating again, but I don't know what number 5 is. I'm going to think about it and I'll be back. Maybe it's sort of only when you overheat. It wasn't too fast now either, but so I thought about it, but I can't. I'm going to have to squeeze 2 in 1. Although, yeah. I think my friend was saying that money, everything else can be worked around or worked out, but money has to be present. And I kind of feel the opposite. I think that you can earn money all the time. You can all of a sudden earn a lot of money because you discovered something or you did something easily, but you need to have all the other things first, more so. Because I want to be able to live with you. I want to be able to get along with you. And if you have money, I don't want to be with someone married or living together or whatever the situation is just because you have money. No, I feel like that's like a prison. I'm just like here with this person because, you know, I have to be married to them, but at least they have money and I can do whatever. No, that's not me. I would rather be poor and have all the other things. Money is incredibly important and drives, I think, the psychology of a relationship, but I think you can work around it if you have the other things. And especially this number 5. I don't know how to phrase this the best, so please bear with me. It might be a lengthy one and I might discover or I might not discover how to phrase it. But the 5th one is, one word would be safety, but it's a bad word because it doesn't really say much at all about what I want. So I want to feel safe with this person. I want them to have my safety as their priority. And we're just talking about what I want here. Alternatively, I would feel the same, that I would want their safety to be my ultimate priority as well, but to be my well-being. I want them to know I don't like cold water, or if that changes, I want them to know that it changes. Care for my well-being, I guess, is a better word, better phrase than safety. Oh my gosh, I can't just do 5 because with that is like, I don't want someone who's jealous. Oh my gosh, remember when people had like keypads in their cars, on their cars, to open their cars? That looks so ancient. That's a new car, but you could not stand someone jealous because I don't want an open relationship, but I don't want jealousy. I want that person to trust me and for me to trust them, and No matter who we flirt with or not flirt with, or who flirts with us, even better, no matter who flirts with us, I don't even want to feel an ounce inside. It's not about what you say on the outside. I'm saying like inside, I don't want to feel jealous, and I don't want them to feel jealous, because that, I feel, is a broken relationship. That's just me. Not most people will agree with that. I want to fully trust that person, and them trust not the person, but the love. Maybe you're in a relationship, and in order to defend your relationship and your choice of staying with this person, you're going to attack my view on this and say, oh, that's just so unrealistic. You'll see once you get into a relationship. No, I've had a couple relationships. They're all dysfunctional, but I know what it's like to be jealous of someone, and I know what it's like to not be jealous of someone. It eats away at you, and it makes you irrational, and it ruins your life. I don't want that, and I don't want them to feel that way about me. I don't want to walk down the street and someone catcalling me and them to snap. I don't want that. Also, a big thing is violence. I don't want someone who's violent or has a violent bone in their body. I'm sorry, I don't. Whether it's abuse of any, obviously I don't want abuse, but I also don't want sort of relationship with violence on their part. I don't know. I want them to be able to defend me if I can't defend myself. However, I don't want it to be irrational. You know, like thing in karate, they teach you, or any kind of martial arts, like self-defense over just hurting that person. That's kind of the spirit I want my person to have. So that's not just one, but pretend that's all just in there in my well-being. It's all kind of, you know, my well-being. Yeah, I don't know, is that selfish? Is that something that you've thought of? Is that, or all of these, are these something that you've never thought of? Are these some things that are important to you, or some things that are not important to you? Let me know. Comment in my comment box below, and I almost said in my description, but you can't comment in my description. Comment in the comments below, and let me know what your top 5s are, or what you liked or didn't like about mine, or I don't know, however you want to do this. It's up to you, but that's kind of, yeah, my top 6 or 7. I could go on forever about this, but I'm going to stop there. And it got me a little excited thinking about this, because it's so cool. It's sort of like making a person in your head. And when I was little, I used to make a lot of people in my head, how I wanted to be, or I wanted my friends to be, or my husband to be, or my boyfriend to be, or whatever. And I'm not talking about like, oh, I was unsatisfied with my friendships, although I was, but I wasn't making them to be something they were not. I was just inventing new friends. I was inventing new characters for me and new situations. Like I was, you know, living in a port sort of house with a dolphin as a pet. Shout out to Sequest. You know, I always loved creating characters and stuff like that, and I stopped somewhere along the line. Wouldn't it have been perfect? Wouldn't it have been perfect to do now with YouTube? Yes, but my brain has shut down from this. I'm not myself anymore. I've lost this creativity. I don't know if I can get it back. I don't know. That's really scary. I don't know if I can get all the things that made me unique and were really good for what I'm trying to do. I lost them. I don't know if I can get them back. But yeah, okay, anyways, I'm going to go now, and I'm not going to think of any other things about my top qualities or characteristics of my perfect guy, but those are some. And let me know, again, let me know what yours are, and I shall talk to you soon. Peace, love, and compassion. 안녕 기가세요. 짜이젠. Bye-bye. 백구른.
And then on the first beat of the second count, you tap your shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you bow for another 4 beats. And then after that, you step 4 times. So it's right, left, and from here, you slide to the right and throw your arms to the left. So like this, and then again to the other side. Jump into this position, and your hands to a circle and rest in front of you. You 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 매일 내게 말했어 언제쯤 내 남자 조심하라고 사랑은 마치 불장난 같아서 다치니까 수없는 떨림은 어린 너를 2, 3, 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 1 and 2 and 3 4 5 6 7 8 switch. And you kind of do a body wave that follows it. So with your hands, you basically, your right hand is like flat like this, and then your left hand is pointing up, and your left hand's like pushing your right hand right here, and then you switch. So right